Have you ever dreamt of purchasing a house in Italy, but you haven't so far? Stick around because I will just explain why this is the best time to buy a house in Italy, especially in Abruzzo, but in general in Italy. Let's go. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm Rino and I do virtual property tours. I'm doing this intro because I assume this video might get recommended to other people. So if you haven't checked the channel, please do check out the other videos. And instead, if you're a regular viewer, please like the video so we can reach a wider audience. So guys, I decided to do this video because I was looking at an Eurostat post of some days ago on Facebook, and I actually found a stat that I kind of said, wow, this is pretty interesting. It's definitely in line of my content, so I will do a video about it, and here I am. So before going into that stat, let's talk in general about the real estate market overall. So I'm kind of passionate about it, so I also keep an eye on prices abroad, specifically US. I follow a lot of US channels and Canada, so I'm up to speed with the financial situation there. With the real estate, I know that has been really tough for you overseas. Shortages of houses, mortgage interest, prices through the roof. In fact, I was checking some stats. Canada appears to have reached a 73,000 increase since 2015, and it seems that the average house is around 800,000 K, which is quite a lot of money and pretty insane if you consider we are talking average. So is it the case, guys? Do the stats lie? Let me know in the comments if you're struggling to make a living in Canada or US now. US, kind of the same story. I've seen there are various stats. Different websites compare different things, but the fact of the matter is that even US have seen a sharp rise in prices, and it is actually a spinning circle, guys, because if you own the house, you can't sell it, otherwise you will not have enough purchasing power to buy another house. So the people that are instead actively looking for a house also have shortages of houses, which drives the prices up. This is just a different and completely mad situation, which is yeah, very sorry, but so if you're watching from US or overseas in general, you might say, well, in Europe must be different. It is different. It's not, guys. Even Germany, France, Ireland is crazy. Iceland, don't even mention it. It's really tricky, and as you can see from this graph, which I will put now full screen, yeah, we can see that there are some countries, Estonia, Hungary, Latvia, Czech Republic, all of these countries have seen sharp rises in prices. However, what can we see on the right? That Italy is basically the only one, okay, even Cyprus, if you will, but Italy have seen a drop of 8%. 8% is a lot, especially in this economy, and we can see that instead the rent prices have gone up. So if you ask me, this is just the ideal scenario for when you want to purchase a house, especially if you're a cash buyer, but we will get into that later. So lots of opportunities. Also because in the late 80s, 90s, it was pretty popular for Italians to have a second house, even a third house. You know, when the economy was booming, So you had your house on the sea, your house on the mountains, and everyone was having all sort of crazy lifestyle. Nowadays, of course, with the economy cooling down in Italy, which of course, as you know, we are not as much as the biggest powerhouse that we once were. We are doing still fine, but we are not at the level that we were before. So this is quite something, and I see there is a lot of interest in Italy, of course, as usual. So good healthcare, good location. Overall, we are still a good country. I wouldn't say we are we are the worst. So I can understand why there is interest. But let's drill down even further. So first of all, again, if you're following the channel, you already know, but if you're new, just a few words about Abruzzo. Abruzzo is a little unknown region of the center of Italy. It seems, according to stats, we are one of the greenest region in Europe. We have a high percentage of national parks. We have availability to public transports, close airport. We are very close to Rome. We have the highest mountains in the south, in the southern of Europe, the 𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐵 glacier, so definitely check it out. So it's a good region. We have lots of arts in the city. What we don't have is the crazy number of tourists. So you probably have heard about Tuscany, who hasn't? Puglia, Sicily, Umbria possibly, but you never hear about Abruzzo or Molise. It's just making the news now. So it will probably become more popular in the next year, but we don't know when and if this will materialize. I'm saying this because, like I was mentioning, if we are drilling down much more to the price per square meter per house, and sorry, I don't have the square feet conversion, but if we're drilling down to the square meters, you can see the prices are really, really low. So this was for the geography, but also very important, especially for those planning to retire here. You have the 7% tax rate. So to qualify for that, you have to actually move your residency here, and there are a couple of other things to note. So you can't live in cities bigger than 20,000 people. But other than that, I think it's there are no major difficulties to benefit from that. So it's definitely appealing for those coming from wealthy countries. You might have a much higher purchasing power than the one you can have in your country. So definitely, guys, if buying in Italy was your thing, or if it's in your radar, definitely I think this is the time. And if you plan to do it, particularly in Abruzzo, of course I can help. Like I mentioned, tons of videos here on the channel about properties. I have a trusted network of realtors that I work with. They're all English speakers. They will be happy to walk you around, and I will be happy to join you in tours if you will. And any questions you might have, comments below, or feel free to write an email to me. I reply to everyone. Before I was replying within the 24 hours. Now I'm a bit slower, sorry, but feel free to write to me. And we also have a community on Facebook. I will leave you the link in the description. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you here in Abruzzo.